Jordan hadn't seen his mother in over a decade, not because he hated her, though part of him did, but because avoiding her had been the only way to survive. Her absence, her indifference, had carved hollows in him that he filled with quiet, careful control. But after the night with Ava, after the raw vulnerability he'd let spill, something inside him shifted. He couldn't keep pretending the ghosts weren't there. He needed to face them, even if it hurt. Ava drove with him. Marcus had offered to go too, but Jordan insisted it had to be him and Ava. The car ride was long and quiet. Jordan's hands fidgeted in his lap, fingers tracing the seams of his jeans. Ava reached over, gently squeezing his hand. "You don't have to do this perfectly," she said. "You just have to do it honestly." Jordan nodded. I don't want to be the kid I used to be." Angry, small, scared. "You won't be," Ava assured him. "You're here now. You're choosing differently." When they pulled up to the house, Jordan's stomach twisted. The exterior was just as he remembered. Pale brick, the familiar creaking front steps, the small garden she'd meticulously ignored for years. Every detail triggered memories, some sharp, some dull, some that felt like they had been hidden under layers of his own repression. He hesitated at the door. His hand hovered over the handle. Ava noticed and leaned close. "You ready?" she asked softly. Jordan took a deep breath. "Yeah, I think so." He knocked. The sound echoed like a warning. The door opened slowly, and there she was, older, of course, thinner. Lines around her eyes deepened. The same pale, watchful eyes. She froze when she saw him. "Jordan," she said, her voice unsteady. He swallowed, struggling to find words he hadn't spoken aloud in years. "Hi, Mom." Silence. Ava stayed a step behind him, her presence steady and reassuring. His mother's eyes flicked to her and back. "You brought someone." "I didn't come alone," Jordan said, trying to keep his voice calm. "I need someone to help me do this." His mother's lips pressed together. "Do what?" "Face things I've buried for too long. Face you. Face what we didn't talk about." The words hung between them like fragile glass. His mother shifted, a flicker of guilt or maybe surprise in her eyes. She stepped back slowly. "Come in," she said finally, her voice quieter than he expected. The living room smelled like old carpet and faint lavender, the smell he remembered from childhood visits that were always tense, always carefully monitored. Jordan sat, Ava beside him, his mother across from him, hands folded tightly in her lap. "Why now?" she asked, voice sharp but not angry. "Because I can't keep swallowing the past," he said. "Because I can't keep pretending it doesn't exist." His voice trembled. "I spent my whole life hiding from it. I'm tired of hiding." She didn't respond immediately. Jordan could see the memories flashing in her eyes, years she had ignored, moments she had overlooked. Her silence was heavy, oppressive, but it also acknowledged him. "I didn't know how to be what you needed," she said finally, voice breaking. "I was scared, Jordan. I didn't know how to handle it." Jordan's throat tightened. "You mean you didn't want to?" "No," she said sharply, then immediately soft. "I did. I wanted to do better. I tried in my way, but I didn't know how." Tears welled in Jordan's eyes. Years of anger, hurt, and unspoken words threatened to spill. He closed his eyes, feeling the raw ache of the boy he used to be, the boy who had needed comfort and didn't get it. Ava squeezed his hand. "You can let it out," she whispered. "It's okay," he exhaled shakily. "I needed you," he said, voice cracking. "I needed you to notice me, to hold me when I was scared, and you weren't there." His mother's lips trembled. "I know, and I'm sorry. I didn't understand. I thought you were fine. I thought I was protecting you." "You weren't," Jordan said, voice low, controlled, shaking. "You left me to survive on my own, and I did. But it cost me everything. Every time I tried to let anyone in, I didn't know how because I learned to hide. And now—" He looked at Ava, then back at his mother. "I'm trying to stop hiding." The silence was long and heavy. His mother's face was unreadable, but he could see the cracks, the flickers of remorse, the shadows of regret, the faint hope that maybe this confrontation could change something between them. Finally she said, "I don't know if I can fix this, but I don't want you to be alone in it anymore." Jordan nodded slowly, swallowing a lump in his throat. "I don't expect you to fix it. I just need you to see me, to acknowledge what was real. That's all." She nodded, eyes brimming with tears. "I see you, Jordan." For the first time in years he felt a weight lift. Not completely. It would never be gone entirely, but he felt something he had longed for. Acknowledgement. Someone had seen the boy he had been, the man he was trying to be, and hadn't turned away. Ava leaned into him slightly, her hand steady on his arm. "See? You survived it, and you're still standing." Jordan exhaled slowly, letting a shaky laugh escape. "Barely." His mother smiled faintly. "Barely is enough sometimes." Jordan realized she was right. Barely was enough. After decades of silence and avoidance, after years of internalized pain and isolation, even a fragile, imperfect connection was enough to start building something new. And maybe, just maybe, that was the first real step toward healing.